guys, it's level 172 here. I'm here bringing you a Wi-Fi battle. It's OU. So we start out here with my Ferrothorn and this Chansey. Basically right here we're just setting up entry hazards. Then he switches into his Jirachi. I go for the T-Wave, paralyze it, and it gets HP back. So then I switch into my Ninetales, get Sun, which makes that Thunder miss. So then he switches into his Politoed, which I did not predict. I suck at predicting. This is my first OU battle. So I forget that the sun's not up, and I go for the Solar Beam. I don't know why the hell I did that. So then he just protects, and yeah. So I switch out of Ninetales, and I go into Little Green, and he does not predict that accordingly, and he goes for the Scald. It's not going to burn, thank God. He goes for the Protect, which was great play. He was going for the Giga Drain. So he goes into his Chansey, and I Giga Drain that for some reason. I suck at predicting, trust me. So then I go into my Mufasa, and because it's a Chansey, and it can't really do crap to me. So I know it's gonna, like, wish or something, so I do a Swords Dance. He goes back into Politoed. I just Swords Dance again. Then I go for an Earthquake, kill the Politoed. Since I had a Toxicroak, I kill that with an Earthquake, but not without taking a Sucker Punch. So then he sends out his Tornadus, which I did not predict, and he hit me with a Hidden Power, whatever. So then I go back into Ninetales and get the Sun back up, go for the Will-O-Wisp and burn the Chansey for some reason. So I go for the Flamethrower. Why did I do that? I guess I predicted him to switch out of the Chansey. So I think I just leave my Ninetales here as fodder, but then I use Solar Beam. I don't know why, but it helped. So the Gastrodon's down. I'm doing terrible commentary. But go for the Toxic, protects. And then I finally get it hit. I hit it. But then my Ninetales dies. I go back out into Little Green. Giga Drain, killing the Gastrodon. Revenge killed. So he goes out into his Tornadus. I switch out into my Chansey. Goes for the Superpower. There. Here he goes back into his Chansey. And I try to Toxic. Then I go into Luigi. Chansey uses Toxic, and then it just gets put back on. Which I completely forgot for this entire battle that Chansey had Serene Grace, or whatever. Or what's its ability called? I don't know. So then he just set up the third layer of spikes. He gets the super effective superpower, doing 33%. Go for the T-Wave and paralyze Tornadus. And he goes back into Chansey. Then I go back into my Chansey. We both use Wish. So he goes back into his Jirachi, which I failed at predicting. Then I just go for the Seismic Toss. Then he goes for the Sub. I'm mad at that. I just keep Seismic Tossing. Or STing. That sounds wrong. But here he was trying to calm Mind Sweep, which he does a lot in this battle, if you've seen it later. Then he goes back into his Chansey. I try to take this thing out. But then he gets a Soft Boiled. I Toxic it just to make it switch. Which I switch. Then go out to my Ferrothorn. Chansey's just up to 100% now. But then goes for the Wish. Then I Leech Seed it. And forcing it to switch, basically. So it goes out into a Jirachi. And it gets the massive Wish. So then I get pissed and I go into Little Green, which is a basically defensive Celebi. It's one of the most used Celebi sets. Well, for the most part. It has Giga Drain and whatever that move is. Thunder Wave. So I just go for the Geek Drain again. For some reason. Like, I'm just letting it calm mind. I don't know why. I should have just switched into my Alakazam and took out the sub. No, I don't know. There wasn't really much I could do here, since none of my Pokemon can really do much. I could have gone into my Chansey and broken the sub in one hit, which I do as soon as it gets a lot of Calm Minds. Then he gets the Parahax, and I just go for another Seismic Toss. He goes for another sub, which I just try to break again. But he hits the Thunder, even though it's sunny out. That takes luck. Then he goes for the Psychic, pretty much almost kills my Chansey. Then I go for the Wish. That was really stupid. Because I just go into my Alakazam and barely hit that. And he goes for another sub. I get the Wish. I hit again. Doesn't do crap. Then my Alakazam dies. Great job for being OU, man. Then I get back into my Ferrothorn. Just go for the Power Whip. I think from here it's pretty much just a stall battle. Yeah. Because I only have 2 Pokemon left. He has 3, and trust me, this stays the exact same for a long time. Basically, it's just me breaking his subs, surviving some hits with Ferrothorn. Here I get paralyzed. He gets Parahax, which means I hit like that. So then Jirachi just keeps, or I got Leech Seed on it. Now I think it's gonna switch. Yeah, it switches into Chansey. Chansey gets hit, almost dies, but then goes for the Soft Boiled to restore its health. Then it goes for the Wish, another Soft Boiled, just because I got another big hit. And it gets up to 100%, then goes for the Wish, and he's going to switch into Jirachi. This battle is exactly like this for a very long time. So then I just Leech Seed, goes back into Chansey. Like, this lasts for like half the battle. Then it just goes back into Jirachi. Then it just goes for that. Goes for the sub. Try to break it. So, this is my first Pokemon thing. My mic is closer to my face. Yeah. This is just the same old thing. I'm just doing this to test out what, like, Wi-Fi battling on the Desmume would be like. So far, my commentary has been. Oh no! 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 Hey, that was the first thing that happened in the last 2 minutes. Yeah, there just keeps. This just keeps going and going. Like, for the whole battle, I'm just begging him to go into his Tornadus and just finish me off. Which is eventually what happens, essentially. Because the Jirachi just doesn't kill any of my Pokemon. Then I go for the Heal Bell to get off the paralyzation. Sorry. So it just gets up to 100% with the leftovers. I get the crit, which takes out the sub. He just goes for the Calm Mind. And I believe here he just sets up another sub. He does that. Here, I think he just keeps setting up some Calm Minds. Yeah, he's just doing what he did before. This battle is so uninteresting. It was kind of, no, it still wasn't that fun at the time. It was fun when I still had my Pokemon alive, other than my 2 defensive Pokemon. And why did I put Celebi as defensive with this typing? I don't know. I feel like being original. Yeah. This is 10 minutes long so far. It feels like I've been commentating for 2. Time flies when you're watching the same repetitive battle over and over again. Well, I only watched it the one time. So then I just go back in there. He does get the paralyzation, which kind of ruined the whole point of Celebi. So I take out the sub, and what does this Jirachi do? He goes for another one. It's the sub thing. I don't like it. I didn't have any counters to this thing on my team other than Ninetales and Landorus, which if I predicted accordingly, he probably would still be alive. Because for some reason I thought that I was faster than that Tornadus, and that was just stupid. Like, that's not even just my lack of OU knowing. This is my second OU battle. I lost both of them. The first one was by a pretty wide margin. I think he had 4 left. And both teams had a Politoed in it. And I use this same team for both. I have 2 OU teams, though, and this one's the best. Well, I haven't tested the other one. I'll test it next time. Okay. So I just keep going for the Power Whip. Gets the Wish. Then I just go for the Leech Seed. It's paralyzed. Like, really, this is a stall battle. I only brought 2 sweepers on my team. And Landorus did his job pretty great. He took out 2 of his Pokemon. And I think by this point I'm out of Power Whips. So I just keep going for the Leech Seed and the Spikes and the Thunder Wave. Yeah, I just keep doing that because I'm out of Power Whip. And then my only attacking move left is Celebi's Giga Drain. And eventually that gets loss of PP too, and he just keeps stalling me. And stalling me. But then he finally goes into his Tornadus and goes for the Hurricane. Almost kills me. Then he gets Leech Seeded. Then I think he leaves his Tornadus, goes back into Chansey. I paralyzed it just because it's the only thing I can really do right now. Then I don't think at this point he just keeps stalling with his Jirachi. I think he actually starts doing stuff. I can't really do anything. Yeah, he goes back into his Tornadus. I just go for that because that's really the only thing I can do. Then he gets the Confusion, which I was actually happy about because I wanted this battle to end so badly. So I go back into Little Green just to kill him. Like, really, that was the only purpose he served at that point. Then I'm just waiting for him to stop getting Parahaxed so he can kill. Then I just paralyze the Chansey first. Oh yeah, it's the only thing I can do. Then I ran out of Leech Seeds at this time. I think the battle is pretty much over. You guys know the outcome already. Tornadus is just gonna come back. Oh. Jirachi comes back in. Gets healed. Battle ends around here. Yeah, he goes into Tornadus. Goes for the Hurricane. Almost kills me. Goes for the Spikes. And he gets Parahaxed. I just keep using the T-Wave. Then he Hurricanes, misses. Oh my god. So then he just does that and down. I think here he finally hits. Yeah, he hits, and that is game. So thank you guys for watching. I know this was really bad battle, but this is the only one I felt like recording. So see you guys later. Hopefully I'll do more of these in the future.